For God's sake, I have no money to buy bread. What will my daughter eat tonight? Cried a distraught mother at the official residence of the city. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that this is my third video today, but there is so much news. And this is news that is very important, especially if you're not yet awake. Now stop. Don't click off yet if you're not awake. That is not something that I use. That is not a term that I use to put you down. It is a term that I use to wake you up so that you can do your own research and see that you need to be prepared. There's so much stuff going all over the world that what I'm trying to do here is just share little snippets of articles that I find that will hopefully convince you that you need to be preparing. And then it is up to you, ladies and gentlemen. It is up to you to click on the links. I will leave the link to all of these articles that I go over with you in a pinned comment so that you can do further research on your own, so that you can go down that rabbit hole, if that's what you want to call it, right? But convince yourself that you need to prepare, because it's not just me saying it. It's not just other YouTubers saying it. It is people throughout the world that are professionals at what they do. This is what they do, and they are saying it. Why are you not stocking up? Do you love your family? Do you have children? Will you like to see them fed, even during the worst of times? But I live in the United States, AP. We're going to be all right. We will continue to have food in the United States, in my opinion. However, it's going to come to a point where food is going to be so expensive, not like it's not expensive now, but this is nothing compared to what's coming. Food is going to be so expensive that you won't be able to afford the things that you normally eat. Preparing is not just survival. It's also being able to continue to live the standard of living that you and your family have been used to living for years. Why let that change? Because the people that are in control are pretty much decimating the value of your dollar and pretty much creating situations where food cannot be grown at the same capacity that it has been grown in the past decades. Let me go ahead and start off with this article really quick that doesn't really have much to do with food, but it does in a way. France warns of natural gas shortages coming this winter. I've been warning about this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Natural gas shortages means less fertilizer. Less fertilizer means less food. But more importantly, for this winter, if you're not preparing to stay warm, you really need to reconsider your situation, and you really need to reconsider preparing to heat your home this winter. Because it is going to be very tough, not only for France, not only for Europe, but also here in the US and in many other countries. Everything is going up in price. It's all by design. They want you to submit to whatever new system it is that they want to bring out and have us fall under. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to prepare is now. World food prices crashed the most since 2008. Now, look at this. I thought that this was pretty interesting. Take a look at this chart. Right here is showing that the world food prices, right, commodities, corn, wheat, soybeans, all that kind of stuff, right, anything has to do with food, has crashed the most since 2008. It used to be up here, and now it's down here. But ask yourselves a question. Why are the prices at the store still going up? If food prices are coming down worldwide, why are the prices at the store still going up? You see, it's not all just about food. A lot of it has to do with the currency by which you trade your labor. You use your labor to trade for a currency. Then you take that currency and you trade it for something that you need. So that currency represents your labor. Even though food prices are going down worldwide in the world market, the food that you buy at the store to feed your family, ask yourself, is it going down or going up? Take a look at this video right here in the upper right hand corner. I just went and visited my local Walmart, and you have to see what it looks like. It looks like a third world country, and the prices are out of control. Did you ever think that you would see it was either a 2 or 3 liter bottle of olive oil for $37, a 53 ounce tub of coconut oil for $25? Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. So go out there, do your homework, and please convince yourself that you need to prepare. Here it says the situation is really precarious. World's largest rice exporter faces output decline amid heat wave. We've been talking about that, or at least I've been talking about this here in this channel for about a month now, that we're going to have a lower rice production in the world this year by 10 to 15%. And that is going to put upward pressure on the price of rice. Rice feeds about half of the world. And India is now projecting that they're going to have a very much lower rice crop than they normally do. Now, what did India do when they realized that they were going to have a lower grain crop, meaning wheat? They stopped exporting wheat. Will they stop exporting rice as well? What are those other countries going to do that cannot get their rice from India when they normally could? They're going to go somewhere else, and they're going to pay whatever they need to pay for it. Why? Because when you need something, it doesn't matter what it is and how much it costs. If you need it to survive, you're going to get it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, food right now is high, but it is still on sale compared to what it's going to cost a year, 2 years from now. Yes, even up to 2 years from now. Even if you know that things are going to go up in price dramatically, all right, 2 years from now, you should be preparing for that now, because it's like putting money in the bank. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave the link to all of these articles. Go look at them for yourselves. And look at this. I didn't even know that this had occurred. Tonga eruption blasted unprecedented amount of water into the stratosphere. And this here was featured on August 2nd. If you go through this article, it pretty much tells you, hey, there's nothing to worry about. That eruption from that volcano, it's actually going to cost a little more warming. It's going to cost the planet to warm some more because of the water in the atmosphere. Ladies and gentlemen, look through history. At what time did a volcano ever erupt where it shot up dust and water and particles into the stratosphere and the earth warmed down? It's never happened before. Why would it be any different now? But they're telling us, hey, you have nothing to worry about. This is actually going to warm the planet more than it already is, per their words. And here it says, food shortages in Italy. Starving citizens storm town hall. No money for bread. Sounds like Sri Lanka. The only problem is Sri Lanka is like a third world nation, where Italy is a first world nation. This is coming to a city near you. Only because you live in a nice apartment or a nice house in a nice neighborhood and you have a six-figure job and you have 2 cars, you have a Mac mansion, you're sending your kids to the best colleges that there are. This is coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're sitting pretty right now and you have a whole bunch of money in the bank, take a look at the video that I put up before this one. I told my brother to actually take his money out of the bank and buy real stuff with it. Why? Because if your money's in the bank and it gets bailed in, or the bank goes broke, declares bankruptcy, they have a bank holiday or whatever happens where you cannot get your money out of the bank, what good is it doing you in the bank? Well, these people are starving. They have no money for bread. And now they're taking it upon their own hands to do what is necessary to convince their government to do the right thing for the people. See, government will never do the right thing for the people. They will always create a crisis and then see how you react to that crisis. And depending on how you react to that crisis, depending on the severity of your reaction to that crisis, will depend on what solutions they come up with. And the solutions that they come up with are way too often solutions that will hurt the people even more under the guise of helping the people. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just here in the United States of America. It's all over the world that this is happening. Wake up and take back your lives. Your government is not your mommy. Your government is not your daddy. Your government is not there to support you. Your government is not there to feed you. Your government is there to ensure that your rights are not trampled on. And it seems that these days, or even for the last several decades, it seems that governments are actually doing the opposite of what they're supposed to do. I love this quote from Ayn Rand, and it goes like this. I'll paraphrase it. When governments pass laws that do not protect the people from government, but instead pass laws that protect government from the people, society is doomed. And just take a look at what's going on. This new law that they passed in order to give relief to inflation, which is the opposite of what they're doing by passing this law. Is it really there to protect you? Think about that. You'll be thinking about that here a year from now when you're going to be paying double what you're paying now for food. Like I said, these are still the good times. Food is still affordable compared to what it's going to be a year from now, 2 years from now. How bad will food shortages get? And they say it's becoming increasingly clear that severe food shortages are going to be inevitable, more or less worldwide. And whatever food is available, listen to this, will continue to go up in price. The cost of agricultural inputs such as diesel and fertilizer is skyrocketing due to shortages caused by a combination of international and coincidental events, and those costs will be reflected in consumer food prices come fall and next year. Why are you not preparing? Why are you not stocking up on food? I love my countrymen. I am an American. I love this country. I love the people. You always hear me talk bad about the government because it's true. Government is nothing but force. Government will steal everything from you. Why are you not preparing for something that is inevitable? It's not me saying it. Are you prepared for the coming food catastrophe? Do I have to say any more? I mean, it's all over the place. How is it that people are not seeing this? It's everywhere. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Don't prepare. Because eventually, grasshoppers will replace beef. And this is their plan. Their plan is to be sitting on their ivory tower, eating steak, and eating whatever they want to eat. And this is what we're going to be stuck eating. Well, I'm not going to be stuck eating this. All right, because I'm prepping. But are you? And what's behind all of this? AP, why do you keep saying they? Who is they? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who they is, then you have to learn what this acronym stands for. You have to learn what that acronym stands for, and you have to do your own research. That's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I know that I didn't really read through any articles, but I want you to go out there and do your own research. I want you to go out there and click on those links and look at these articles for yourself, and then take it to whatever path it takes you. Because when you yourself invest some of your time into doing some research, it allows you to become more educated as to what's going on and what you need to do for yourself and your family to become better prepared. I hope that you have a great evening, and I want to thank you very much for all of your support. Remember that this Thursday we will be having a live stream. I still haven't gotten the time, but I will be putting out the time on a community post here probably tomorrow or the next day. That way most of you that can join will join, and we will be doing a giveaway of 4 $100 Visa gift cards in hopes that whoever wins those needs them and they can use that $100 to go and get some basic supplies to prepare with. You can get a lot of food still with $100. Not as much as you could last year, but you can still feed yourself for at least a good month and a half for $100. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good evening. Thank you again for everything. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.